Hello, dear Scorpio, and welcome to your love reading for the month of January of 2026. Thank you so much for waiting for this reading, and a big special thank you to our patrons, as this is a patron reading, which does get released to the public after patron receives it first. So roughly around the 20th of the month, depending on life. YouTube will have it, and a big special thank you always to our patrons that support us. Let's see what's going on, dear Scorpio, in your love life as we are moving through the Capricorn season. Just looking at your astrology a little bit, Uranus is going to finish up in your house of commitment, the most important one-on-one relationships. Uranus is going to return back to Gemini, as he's already tasted Gemini for a bit. This will happen late April, so big shift. Remember, Uranus can speak to freedom, breaking free, breaking out. It could also be, some of you could also be connecting with someone that's very different. So relationships are very wobbly still, Scorpio. Now, what's interesting is that Jupiter is in your ninth house, so some of you may be dealing with someone that is comes from a different, religion, come from a different part of the world, because Jupiter is transiting your ninth house. So opening up your and giving you a wider perspective on, your truth, on possibly a spiritual connection as well, because Jupiter is in Cancer and is going to pass mid-year. It's going to pass over your midheaven. So Jupiter can bring changes where your status is concerned. Are you single? Are you married? What's changing for you? Because relationships will be changing, no doubt, with Pluto transiting your fourth house of commitment, marriage, family, and the past. Right? Remember, Uranus will be entering Gemini. Jupiter will be entering your 10th house of career. That will be very significant for you, but also how you're seen out there in the world. You'll be seen as larger than life. Jupiter will be in Leo, but opposing Pluto. So your 10th house of what you're trying to reach in the past, your family, will put pressure on your relationships. So remember, we're talking the 4th house, the 10th house, the 1st, and the 7th, which are the angular houses, which you're under a lot of stress and needing to make the changes. And if you're not able to make the changes yourself, they'll be made by the divine. So Uranus entering Gemini, Jupiter in Leo, Saturn and Neptune, which have been transiting your 5th house of fun, flirtation, dating, children, and entrepreneurship, are going to leave your 5th house. With Saturn transiting your 5th, there's no fun. It hasn't been fun. You've been searching for the truth. Neptune has eluded you, has deceived you, and that will be changing in February. Interesting. But also we've had Mars, your ruling planet, and the Sun connecting in your 3rd house of short distance travel, your close environment, your siblings, your neighbors, people close to you and in your periphery, people you deal with on a daily basis. But also Venus and the Sun can join there in Capricorn in your 3rd as well. So all this Capricorn energy, which is in good aspect to your 1st house, which is your identity, your environment, your love life, your work life, your personal life, is in good aspect. So the Capricorn season, all these new seeds that are planted in your 3rd house, which is the house of perception and communication as well. How do you communicate? Are you open, Scorpio? You are very mysterious usually. You're fixed water. So Uranus will be entering your 8th house, which is the natural Scorpio house. So people are going to see big changes with you, surely, in the way you communicate, because Uranus is going to enter Gemini in your 8th house. Big changes. The 8th house is the house of shared resources, the house of sex, It's the house of intimacy and mysteries and taboos, but also money that's shared with a partner or with others. Now, the eclipses are happening also in your 5th and 11th. The 5th house, we mentioned what that is, right? It's your children. It's your dating, flirtation, your investment. What are you creating? And the 11th house, which is where the south node of the moon is, groups and people that you associate with. There's something that you're needing to move away from, because the south node in Virgo in your 11th is like a Saturnian energy. You're supposed to be facing the 5th house, the north node in Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, who's in your 9th. So again, Pisces from your 5th to Cancer in your 9th, they're in good aspect. So love coming through from someone that's very different, someone that comes from different beliefs than what you do, from a foreign distant land. All those planets from Capricorn, and after, of course, the new moon in Capricorn on the 18th of January, a positive, we're going to have a positive new moon there in your 3rd house, will shift into your 4th house, and they will all connect with Pluto. Big changes relative to your living situation, your family situation, and it's connected to the past. Let's see what's going on for Scorpio, dear Spirit. Let's see what your Karma Dharma is, first of all, for Scorpio. Ooh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. We've got the Magician, and I just did Libra, and they got the same card. So the Magician, of course, is Gemini and Virgo. This is an ace up your sleeve. It's the way you perceive, the way you communicate. Remember, the 3rd house is naturally ruled by Gemini, and that's where Capricorn is. More serious talks for love. That's where the seeds are planted. Venus and the Sun. Mars and the Sun going through a rebirth, going through a death process. So a change in your perception and the way you communicate. People will not believe the change in you. Let's see, Scorpio, in a 9-card spread, what is the main focus? You're going to be the King of Wands. This would be mainly you. I always see King of Wands as, of course, a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but I also see it many times as the energy of Scorpio, because Scorpio is ruled by Mars, and Mars is fire, right? Let's see. 2 of Cups, Temperance, 5 of Wands, 3 of Pentacles, King of Cups. This is Scorpio as well. You're going to say King of Wands, King of Cups, both Scorpio. How come? Well, we could be talking about another fire sign here as well, or it's the change in energy relative to you. You could be under both these deities, these kings. We've got a Page of Cups, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. We've got another king. 3 kings does speak to protection, but you may be surrounded by divine masculine figures. They could be brothers, they could be friends, they could be a group that you're associating with, or it could be your energy. We've got the Hanging Man, Scorpio, Pisces. You could be, for some of you this could be a same-sex relationship, but for others of you it could be just the, because we've got fire and air, both the yang energy, and we've got water, which is more the yin energy. So a change in your energy, right? Fire and air could be quite explosive or quick acting or very energetic. And we see the outer planets. Jupiter will enter Leo, which is a fire sign. Uranus will enter, well, that will happen mid-year. So your career and your social standing mid-year will change. You'll have the blessings of Jupiter in your 10th. Uranus will enter your 8th house in Gemini. Saturn and Neptune will enter Aries, your 6th house of health, your physical health, your daily life, your work life. And opposite the 6th house is the 12th, which is more your emotional, psychological health. So you're going to have to watch that. You're going to have to take care, right? Saturn, Neptune in your 6th house. You're going to have to be the warrior, not fear, going deep. So Saturn, Neptune entering Aries, another fire sign, and Scorpio, your ruling planet Pluto is also in Aquarius. So all the outer planets will be at the early degrees. So the fire and the air signs will be very behooved. All those areas of your chart, dear Scorpio. Now you're water, so it won't be as easy. There will be dilemmas, there will be challenges, there will be decisions and action that you're needing to take, and not so much have the help of the outer planets. But Jupiter in Cancer is helping you now to make the changes. After July, you'll be pushed to make the changes. As long as you don't go overboard, Jupiter will give you some blessings, some help. Let's see what's going on here. 8 of Cups. Who is emotionally checking out and moving on? Out of a what? A marriage with a 4 of Wands. And a Judgment. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Knight of Cups. Could be Scorpio, could be Cancer, could be Pisces. We've got the Page of Cups here. Knight of Cups, King of Cups. Obviously, King of Cups is a mature emotional offer. But we've got the King of Cups, and then we go to the Page of Cups. And we've got the Knight of Cups. So fluctuations where your ability to come through as a King of Cups is concerned. Because look, I mean, this is tugging at you. This is what you're thinking, right? 5 of Wands. But there may be competition. Scorpio, you may be in competition for someone's heart, right? That's what I'm feeling, because we see the competition here. There's an imbalance, even though Spirit is saying be patient. There's an alchemy going on. There's the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is an important relationship, obviously, and deserves or needs the action, right, to fight for this. We need to win something over. We need to go to war. It doesn't come to us. We need to take action. And that's what action is. It's the desire, it's the fire, it's the passion, and it's the truth, it's the clarity, it's the clearing out. Remember, I did mention, how do you communicate? Because I feel that some of you are not communicating your deepest desires. Because we see in the past the Knight of Cups, and there's a Judgment card, and the Judgment card is a resurrection. But it shows people that are not happy, right? Emotions are in crisis, and you're stuck between a situation where there's a lack of happiness here. It could be a marriage. It could be because there are children. It could be because of obligations. Remember that the Judgment card is crisis. It's choices. So some of you do have choices. We've got a 3 of Pentacles here. We've got 3 different signs as well. Three different personalities here. Let's say Knights, they are about action, but this Knight is very slow, can be very emotional at times, and not being very open to what's going on in their emotional family, possibly life, because he's wearing a suit of armor. Right, and the 6 of Cups is a soulmate connection, nostalgia to do with the past, but we see the 4 of Wands, which is a card of marriage. It's a card of stability. Someone's walking away from that. That's the general energy. And what we see here is that there's a tug of war. There could be third-party situations. Something's connecting to work here. The main focus here is following one's desire, chasing, not sitting back, taking a chance. This King of Wands would take a chance. The King of Cups would be very emotional many times. Sometimes he will cry, he will hold back on his emotions, he will drink himself to sleep. Whereas the King of Wands, he's combative, he's ready to fight, he's ready to take action, he's ready to compete. So he does not hold back on what he wants, he shows it. Whereas the King of Cups doesn't open up emotionally very easily. And you can see here as well, some of you may have some Sagittarius planets in Sagittarius. It hasn't been easy for Sag as well, the area of Sag, because of the eclipses, right? Sagittarius is a mutable sign, and the mutable signs have been affected by the eclipses due to the north and the south nodes in Pisces and then Virgo, your 5th and your 11th house. So if you've got planets in Sagittarius, you've had it hard as well. Lots of heaviness, needing to take care of business and elderly things going on relative to your home. What I see here, this is the, the past position and the outgoing future position. So it is an offer, it is an unexpected, it's Pisces, it's the fish, which can slip through our hands, slip away, but it's also playful energy, it's youthful energy. So I don't know if we're talking about fatherhood. We've got a father and we've got a son here, or a daughter, but this offer is not enough. It's not an offer. It's not an offer that can take you to the, to a living condition. It could be responsibilities around family still. Because we do see that there's the Two of Cups here. The Eight of Cups, someone checks out because they've already found their other half. We've got balances and then imbalances. We've got third parties. We've got a change of energies where there's desire, passion, sexuality, and then there's emotion. So you could be also dealing with someone that shows more their emotional side than what their desiring side, their sexual side. Scorpio, you could be both. So now you don't open up easily, but when someone, unlocks that heart of yours, that psyche that you fear that someone's going to deceive you, this is coming from your psyche, from your fears. Obviously through life's experience, let's not rule that out. So when one wins you over, they've won you for good. You're fixed water. So if there is an offer coming in, it sounds like it's not going to be enough. Someone's willing to, someone wants to talk about it. Someone wants to possibly even sever ties and go through a release. I don't know if this King of Swords could be an advisor, someone who wears a uniform, Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. This could be talking to the Aries, Pisces season, very significant. But see, he's thinking of making this offer, but he's saying, hold on and wait. Or I'm going to do this, no, I'm going to wait. There's like a back and forth. And there may also be competition here. As I said, some of you may have connected with someone. There may be another connection and you're not certain about that. What's going in that area? What's going on there? Some of you are wanting to know the truth. So you may be in the dark, because that's what Pisces is. Or someone is releasing a past karmic, challenging, emotionally situation. We've got the Eight of Cups here. Let's take some other cards and see what's going on. Let's take the Lenormand first of all. It's like hurry up and wait here. What's going on for Scorpio and in their love life? We've got a divine feminine here and she's holding a sword. Could be a Libra. Could be we've got a Queen of Pentacles, could be an earth sign. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. But there's a dilemma here. We've got a divine feminine maybe putting you in a dilemma, or they're in a dilemma. And then we've got a Tower moment. The Tower means limitations. Well, it's all about timing in the Lenormand, right? It's a number 19. It speaks to delays, but it can speak to solitude, loneliness, isolation. Let's see. And we've got the book is open, so it's got to do with information, details that are missing. 10 of Pentacles, details that are missing about someone's family. Are you waiting on someone that's going through a karmic release themselves? Or is this you? Because the 10 of Pentacles it's the card of legacy, family, money, of course, marriage. See, the book is open. We've got Pisces energy again here. It's interesting, number 26. Now on the 26th or the 27th, I think, Neptune is leaving your 5th house of flirtation and entering your 6th house. Neptune does rule books, Pisces, knowledge, or things that are hidden about someone's family. So there may be some delays. Someone's waiting on information to make a decision, to make a choice. But there will be openings and opportunities. I want to take another one. Yep, and there's a 10 of Swords with the ship, and the ship does speak to moving, transitioning towards, it could be physical movement. It speaks to a farewell, a departure, a voyage, travel, or even an adventure that's opening up, but through a difficult ending, because there's been betrayal, there's been backstabbing. You've got a couple of 10s here, which speak to endings, and this is an ending as well. What's at the bottom? And we've got 9 of Swords, lots of worry relative to a commitment. Someone being stuck in a commitment. There's the karma. We've got the Mountain, Saturn. Someone trying to overcome any obstacles and trying to close up a major life cycle in a particular relationship. Let's see what's going on in your love life, Scorpio. What's going on in the bedroom? Is there any action in the bedroom happening for you around about now? What I want to see, what I would like to see in your reading is 6 of Wands, 3 of Wands, okay? Because the 5 of Wands it's conflict. Wands do speak to sexuality. They speak to flirtation. They speak to taking action, the desire. What's going on for you and in the bedroom? Knave of Chalices, which is here. Some of you cannot communicate your emotions, and you're going to miss out. We see another couple there, and some of you are doubting that if there's someone you're waiting on, that they are actually free and single, because we've got the Moon and the 8 of Cups. This could be someone you're waiting on. We've got the Moon and someone in another couple here, in another embrace. See, he's wanting to write a note. He cannot emotionally speak about his feelings. That's a blocked throat chakra, surely, Scorpio. Wow, we've got the King of Wands here, and there is a lot of desire here. King of Wands, very powerful in the bedroom. Let's see, because this could speak to flirtation, or that you're going to come through and you're going to come out of those fears and those doubts and be the King of Wands. Let's see. And we've got the 9 of Cups. Yes, this is what you wish. This is what you're wishing. You're wishing to not only get intimate, but to actually make love. There's desire and there's emotional connection with the 9 of Cups. This is what you're fantasizing. This is what you're hoping for. But there's something that you need to release. What is that? Is it Is it something physical in your life, or is it something relative to emotions or your psyche, fear connected, or there's some sort of fear of drama? You don't want drama in your life if there's competition, because we also see here, this is like the water and the fire. Here is the water, here is the fire. You may again be in competition, and there may also be jealousy here. What's at the bottom? And we've got the Seven of Wands. You will be given an opportunity and the upper hand, even though it's against the odds, that you may feel, or you may also have felt successful in the past. But then the Seven of Wands, it's like there's too much against this, but you will have an opportunity. Keep that in mind. Now we're going to take more cards here. Let's just remind ourselves here what we've got. Knight of Cups, Judgment, Six of Cups, and the Four of Wands. Someone here is wanting a long-term relationship with a soulmate. They want a second chance. Maybe they've missed opportunities. There could have been physical distance between the two of you as well, which could have been something hard. Why? We've got Temperance, which is also, it's Sagittarius. Sagittarius is the natural 9th house. Let's see. Tell me about this Two of Cups and the Knight of Cups. There's third parties here. You see the 3 cups? Or you've been in a situation on and off because someone was not mature enough to be able to offer you that cup. This may have been your energy as well, that you were not ready. Maybe you were the third person. What is this tug of war with the Five of Wands? Someone's seeking the answers, and Virgo comes through with the Hermit. Someone's seeking the light, going internally. There may be no communication. There may be anger as well. There may be anger, frustration, jealousy here. Or someone's turning spiritual after all these challenges. Someone may be fearing, looking at the reality of the situation of this connection. Why do we have the Three of Pentacles? That's a card of collaboration, but it's also connected to work and a third party situation. There's the Tower, and what is the Tower? Which is awakening, a sudden shift, that there's a choice is made. We go from the 3 to the 2. Someone's made their choice, or someone's wanting to collaborate. They're wanting to shorten up the distance. And the distance may be emotional as well as physical. Let's see what else. Who is this King of Wands? Who is this King of Wands? 9 of Wands. Someone's tired of taking charge, of chasing, or someone works a lot and they don't have the time or the energy. And if someone was coming through very sexually, a wall has been put up. I get a little bit of ego here, where someone was not feeding or giving you what you desired. Scorpio, you are very sexually inclined. After all, Scorpio rules the sexual organs, right? Then you've put up a wall, sort of watering down your physical desires, and that screams a little bit of ego for me. Or if this is your competitor, they're not in this energy. If you think that the person you're dealing with, if they're connected to another person, there is nothing going on in the bedroom. Let's look at the King of Cups. 9 of Swords. See, there's a lot of anxiety and stress about this emotional offer, and that will this King of Cups fall on their face? Because if they're not, let's turn this off, shall we? If they're not single, then they would fall flat on their face, right? We've got a couple of 9s. 9s are cycles that are coming to an end. Nine, nine, nine. Nine is the Hermit, Nine of Swords, stress, anxiety. We've got very strong, someone who's using their mind more than what their higher mind thinking and ability to connect to their higher self is concerned. But there could also be a little bit of a complex here, because the Nine of Pentacles is like the Empress. Like, she's so wonderful, you know, she's so perfect. And someone also here is fearing being left alone, dying alone, living alone. So this King of Cups is very stressed out, thinking that they're going to miss the opportunity. And I feel that this is you, Scorpio. What is the Page of Cups? The Wheel of Fate. This is beautiful. This is a godsend. This is very fated. And this can change everything. This offer, this small offer, this small apology can change everything. Let's see. What is the King of Swords? All right, a lot of clarity after confusion. All right, and the clarity in the way you communicate, if you communicate truthfully, courageously, take a chance, this will change the whole ball game, dear Scorpio. Unless this is someone that you're dealing with that has got a blocked throat chakra, fears speaking openly. Could be another water sign. Let's look at the Hanging Man. What is this? Yeah, someone's needing to be patient. Someone's needing to have the courage to release the past and be confident about the future. Leo comes through. Pisces is here. Sagittarius is here. Yep, Pisces again. Sagittarius, very strong. Virgo, very strong as well. And the Magician, Gemini as well. You've got the Magician twice. So the alignment of the stars will help you align. We've got 3 major arcana cards here. This is not about holding back anymore. This is going to be a release. It's going to be a surrender. Someone's seen the thing, seen the situation from the proper standpoint, from an ascendant point of view, and now trust in their higher self to make the magic. The tools are given here, and this is the Ace. Let's see what the the 8 of Cups is all about. We've got the 10 of Wands. Someone's had enough, they're moving on. And the Fool card. Someone's been taken for a ride. They feel as though they've been cheated. Someone's going to stand up to a past situation. They're going to overcome their fears and become the warrior. And 6 of Pentacles speaks to a lot of karma and dharma. It's the time of receiving, or it's the time of pain. Tables may be turning now, that whoever has suffered will now receive the rewards. Let's see what the blockages are. What are the blocks for Scorpio? With Pluto in your 4th house, Scorpio, it's very relatable that many Scorpios are changing, transforming their personal family life, and that could mean separation and divorce, surely. Or they're connecting with someone that's going to change their life on all counts. Settling. Don't stay with someone who isn't right for you just because it's safe. Let's take one more. Holding on. You must release old ties in order to have a fresh start with someone new. And you see? So old ties, that's the Capricorn season. And it's the way you communicate, the way you perceive things. So there are fears here, there's settling, there's, I don't know if I can do this, I don't know if I should do this. Let's look at your emotional and your psychological situation. Let's look at your person first of all, the person you're hoping to connect with, because you've got a brand new life cycle opening up here. A new season begins. You've got Aries, Libra. Now 6 of Pentacles is Earth, of course, but we see the scales here. What you've given, you will receive. Let's look at your psyche. No, your person, first of all. And then we'll look at you. So how does your person feel about you? They feel connected with you. And I would say that they've already told you many, many times. These are messages. These are, this is telepathy. They're connecting with you. So how do they feel about you? They feel that you're their half. Received. Maybe they've stopped communicating with you as well. Divine feminine. You may be dealing with someone that's very elevated. Trusting also, for some of you, that this was a fated connection. Someone that's very motherly, very giving, and possibly waiting on you to take the action. Because we've got more the divine feminine here, so more recessive energy. Let's take one more, because they understand that you were God sent for them. They may be hoping for forgiveness. Or they may be asking for forgiveness from you. You can flip the sides. I'm going to take your energy now. Take whichever line aligns with you. Let's look at you. Deception. Some of you don't trust. Numbing. Maybe you feel as though they've been very deceptive with you. Numbing. Numbing is heavy, heavy pain. Or you're not seeing clearly. You're very blinded by Neptune. Neptune in Pisces at the last minutes. And metamorphosis. There's so much water. We've got Pisces, we've got Scorpio here. For some of you, maybe you've given up. Some of you may have given up that they're going to come in. Remember the forgiveness card on the side of your person, and we've got the Page of Cups. Let's take one more for you. Free will. What I'm getting here is that it just hurts too much. It feels as though there's been deception, that maybe they're not man enough or woman enough to take action, right? Because this is your person. They are also receiving thoughts from you. They're connecting with you, where the messages, the telepathy that you're sending, they know that this is an important relationship, but they were not strong enough. It looks like they were waiting on you. Some of you are saying this is too much. I don't know. I'm going to free myself. I'm going to release it and see what happens. And this is what we've got here with the Hanging Man as well. The general energy is the union, though. So inner children may be playing a major role as well in your love life, but the union will form. We see that because there's a lot of desire, the great desire to do that. So someone's been holding on and settling for less and staying in unhealthy relationships because of safety. But those old ties are karmic and they need to be released for a fresh start with the person you're hoping to manifest, the person that's on your mind. Scorpio. Let's take some angel answers. You can pause the video, ask your questions and see if Spirit cannot answer it for you. For Scorpio, can you please answer their questions? Some of you are ready to give up. The situation will improve. Wait. That's what the Hanging Man is saying as well. And reconsider. Reconsider. Someone's reconsidering. I'm going to take just one more on that. And we've got yes. But it's not, well, Yes, but without the exclamation mark. So they're not 100% that they are certain yet. Someone is reconsidering. Someone needs some time here. Pisces, Aquarius season must be significant. Let's take the timing cards and then we'll take the love messages. The timing cards. I just noticed that I've got some cards that are upright here. We've got the Devil and we've got Justice. Well, that's an interesting one. We could add this to your reading for sure. Alright, this is like karma that's being released. The work has been done. You're coming into balance. Or this is releasing anything toxic, cutting it away, having done the work. Dear Scorpio, you're very good with releasing any toxicity. You bounce back, but I'm wondering about your person, how they're dealing, how they're going. Remember, you can flip the roles here. Let's take 3 cards, timing cards, and see what's important for you, Scorpio. Within a year, we see a little bit of ego here with a crown. Within a year could be in a month. It could be in 6 months. It could be in 9 months. In July, so in summer, if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, that's when the nodes shift and that's when Jupiter changes signs as well. And try later. It's like Spirit doesn't want to give you any more answers here. We see the eclipses here, very Uranian. Try later. We see electrical frequencies like anger, like the thunder and the lightning of Jupiter, right? Zeus. I see anger here. In divine timing. Well, we can't push for more than that. In divine timing, when Spirit believes is the right time, will be the right time. But in July, remember that the thunderbolts of Jupiter, and in July, Jupiter may be your helper. So the divine timing, and this looks like the will of fate as well, more than likely mid-year for Scorpio. Let's take some messages and some thoughts from your person. I'm ready to take the next step with you. Ready to collaborate, I suppose. Please don't go on begging you. I know we're meant to be. You're the one for me. I miss you just as much as you miss me. I see a lot of earth here, Scorpio. A lot of earth. Wow, okay. Unfortunately, I did not recognize you as my soulmate at first sight, but now I see you truly are. Please forgive me, I want another chance. A lot of water and earth here. This could be stuck energies. We need fire, we need air. We need more communication, more action here. I'm now awakened, now I see clearly you are the one for me. That could also be the energy of the hanging man. So Pisces seems to be quite significant for you as well, dear Scorpio. I hope that that works for you. I hope that that helps. Thank you so much, dear Scorpio. I'm wishing you all the best. Remember, if you're interested in a personal reading, then reach out, do reach out. Everything is, all the information is beneath the video. So love and light to all of you. Good luck.